Next asana we are going to perform is called Utkat Asana. Utkat is a Sanskrit word. It means intense, powerful, or fierce. And asana means pose. So you can call it powerful pose. And the most famous name of it in English is chair pose. So you can call it chair pose also. So let's see how to perform it. So for performing Utkat Asana, what you have to do, you have to increase the gap between your feet equivalent to the width of your shoulder. So this is the gap, okay? And then you have to check your body weight if it is on the left side or the right side. You have to divide your body weight equally on your both feet. Then look at an eye level and stretch your both hands over the head, go on your toes. That is called Tadasana, stretching pose. And from Tadasana, come back, flat your feet, but keep your hands up and slowly bend your knees, stretch your lower back, and drop your body at 45-degree angle with the floor. You can look straight, you can look down, and stay here. And then slowly come on the standing position. Go to in the stretching pose. Slowly drop your hands down and flat your feet. So this is the way Utkatasana is performed. Now let me show you with side profile. So the gap between my feet is equivalent to the width of my shoulders. I will look at an eye level and the body weight is equally divided on both feet. Slowly stretch your both hands over the head. Go to the Tadasana, stretching pose. Slowly flat your feet. Keep your hands up. And then slowly bend your knees. Stretch your lower back in backward direction. And drop your upper body, your torso and your hands at 45-degree angle with the floor. Okay? You can look up, you can look down at 45-degree angle, or you can look down. So this is the best. This is called Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay here for some time, check your body balance, and then slowly come up and release it. Now, what points you have to keep in consideration when you're performing Utkatasana? See, the gap between your feet should be at max equal to the width of your shoulder. But if you feel that no, you're not comfortable with that much of gap, you can decrease the gap between your feet. However, some people also perform it with knees together. But in that case, if you have knee valgus or knee varus, like knock knees or bowed leg, then in that case, Utkatasana will not be performed properly. So better keep some gap between your feet and check your body weight equally divided on both feet. So this is the first thing you have to keep in consideration. Second thing, why you are going on Tadasana, stretching pose, so that you can check if all your body parts head to toe, including your muscles, your joints, your bones, are properly stretched, and is your body weight equally divided on both feet. Once you get that confidence on Tadasana, then you have to go to the Utkatasana. Why? Because if your body weight will be on one leg more than the other leg, this way the benefits received from Utkatasana will not be appropriate and will not be that good for your body, and rather than giving benefits to your body, it may cause problem. Okay, so when you're performing Utkatasana, the body weight should be equally divided on both feet so that you can receive the maximum benefit. And when you're stretching your both hands over the head, your hand should be in perfect line with your ears, like this. Your head and your hands and your torso, your spine should make in a straight line. If you feel that you have stiff shoulders, then in that case, if you feel that this is the maximum range of motion you have of your shoulders, then you can perform Utkatasana with this position also. Okay, so it will look like this. No problem. You can perform like this also. but your shoulder will not get that much of benefit. So in that case, what you have to do, apply physio yoga. So practice flexing your shoulder like this. 1, 2. Increase the pressure, release it. If you feel your shoulders are stiff, this easy movement can help you a lot to get rid of stiffness from your shoulders. Stretch and release, stretch and release, then both stretch and release, stretch and release. This way you can flex your shoulders, and when you feel that your shoulders are flexible enough and your hands and your head and your spine is in a straight line, then go for Utkatasana. Okay, now the next point, your head position and your neck engagement. When you are on Utkatasana, make sure that your head should not be like this. It is unwanted bend on your neck and it may cause a cervical arthritis or neck pain or neck sprain. So throughout the process, the best head position will be when your head is in perfect alignment with your torso and your hands like this. That would be the best way to perform it without having any problem around your neck or your back or your shoulder. Okay, so these are the points you have to keep in consideration. And one more thing, when you're bending your knees, focus on your tailbone. Imagine as if you're stretching your tailbone in backward direction towards the floor at 45-degree angle like this. Look at this movement. This way you have to bend. You have to open your pelvic floor. This way you have to bend. And how will that bend will be the best? When you keep your shin bone, the body part below the knee joint should stay vertical throughout the process, should stay perpendicular to the floor throughout the process. Now look at my shin bone. It should be unaffected throughout the process. It is vertical. It should remain vertical like this. If your knee will overlap your toe line, then it may cause problem for your knee joints. Rather than having benefits from chair pose, you will have knee pain. So to avoid any knee injury or knee related pain, what you have to do, you have to make sure that your ankles and your knee joint should be in a straight line and your shin bones should be vertical throughout the process. Now, when you keep all these points in consideration, how Utkatasana should look like, how chair pose should look like. This is stretching pose, Tadasana. Slowly flat your feet. Keep your head, your hands, and your spine in alignment. Keep your ankle joints and knee joints in a straight line. Keep your shin bone perpendicular. Slowly focus on your tailbone. Stretch your tailbone in backward direction, 45-degree angle towards the floor, and upper body 45-degree. This is the way it should look like. This is Utkatasana. Your body weight is equally divided on both feet. Pelvic floor is open. And slowly come back. If you feel that your shoulders are very stiff, you can't even open your shoulders this much, then in that case, what you have to do, you have to keep your hands sidewise and perform Utkatasana like this. Okay with this. Perform it like this. And then slowly come back. And when you work on the flexibility of your shoulder and your shoulders become flexible, then perform the final stage. So this is the way chair pose should be performed. Precautions. If you have any deformity in the lower part of your body, like knock knees, that is called knee valgus, or you have bowed legs, that is called knee varus, or you have ankle pain, knee pain, back pain, in that case, check with the doctor. If doctor allows, only then perform chair pose, otherwise avoid it. Sciatica, avoid it. If you have a varicose vein, then check with the doctor. If doctor says that yes, performing yoga will be good to get rid of varicose vein, then you can perform it. And if you have vertigo, avoid it. And except that, in other cases, you can perform it. Yes, if you are very tired, if you feel soreness, if you feel repetitious cramp on your hamstring or your calf muscles, in that case also avoid it. Now we'll move to the benefits. So what is the name of this posture? Utkatasana. Utkat means intense. It means that this asana, if you practice this asana on regular basis, it will increase intensity of your body. What does it mean? It means that it will help your body to circulate its blood properly. And when the blood will be circulated properly, your body's healing capacity will increase. So the first benefit from Utkatasana is it increases intensity of your body, and that intensity is related to the blood circulation. It makes the blood circulation intense, and this way healing any soreness, any injury, any cramp, catch, sprain will become easier for your body to deal with. And if you have low blood pressure, it is good to practice Utkatasana and apply Heart Yoga theory. Like if you have a low blood pressure and you feel low in energy, if you are ectomorph, you have joint disorder, weak joints, if you have osteoporosis, in that case, increase the hold on Utkatasana. Hold it for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, so that you can take your body to the maximum pain it can handle. And this way, when you apply Heart Yoga theory, your low blood pressure will be dealt properly. If you are low in energy, if your bones are fragile, if you have osteoporosis, if you have weak muscles, if your muscle density is weak, everything will be dealt. Okay. The next benefit, it is also called chair pose in English. If you look at any chair, whether it is plastic made or it is wooden made or it is steel made, the best quality of a chair is that it can hold 50 times, sometimes 60 times more than its own weight. Like if a plastic chair is 3 kg of weight, it can easily endure 2 to 3 persons weight. If it is wooden made, if it is steel made, the weight capacity will increase. So this way, when you perform chair pose on regular basis, what it will do, it will work a lot on the lower part of your body, especially on your legs. It will make your legs so strong that if you practice chair pose on regular basis, your quadricep muscles, cause when you bend your knees, the pressure, your body weight shifts towards your quadricep muscle. So your quadricep muscle will become stronger, and the more stronger and the more toned quadricep muscle you have, the better it will be for you to reduce the belly fat. If you are focusing on toning your core, if you are focusing on reducing the fat around your belly, then in that case you have to work on the strength of your quadricep muscles. Why? Because for proper functioning, quadricep muscles takes a great energy and blood circulation from abdominal muscles. So in that case, it will also help you to tone your abdominal muscle. So when you're holding chair pose on regular basis, it will make your quadricep muscle stronger, it will make your knee joint stronger, and it will also tone your calf muscles. Here we have gastrocnemius, soleus, plantaris. Yes, one more interesting thing, on the lower part of our calf muscles, especially here, this is called Achilles tendon. This particular part, this muscle, the tendon means a thick body part that connects your bones to your muscles. So when you work on the calcaneal tendon, this one, the Achilles tendon, it increases the weight handling capacity of your body. And if your calcaneal tendon is strong enough, it can help you to lift 4 times more than your own body weight. It means that if you are 60 kg, it will make your body strong enough to lift around 240 250 kg. That will be 4 times more than your own body weight. So see, just by working on calcaneal tendon, how much energy you can use from your body, and it can make your body stronger. And when you're performing chair pose, to some extent the pressure also goes towards your heel, towards your calcaneal bone, and towards your calcaneal tendon. So to some extent this chair pose will also help you to tone your calf muscles, soleus, calcaneal tendon, gastrocnemius, tibia, fibula, talus, and all these bones also. So these are various benefits we can receive from chair pose, except that whenever our hands go up to the head level, it opens ribcage, intercostal muscle, good for heart, lungs, oxygenation, blood circulation. One asana can help you in so many ways that you can't imagine in your dream. But that depends on your body composition, your age, your height, your body muscle mass, for fat percentage you have in your body. So if you want to know more about any asana, if you want to know personally how much any asana can benefit you, in that case, you can drop me question. I can answer you accordingly. So these are the benefits you can receive from Utkat asana. Practice it on regular basis. Except that it is a strength-based asana, it will make your lower part stronger, and to some extent, it will also make your lower back stronger. When we think about flexibility, yes, it can help you to flex your shoulder joints. So some extent it can improve the mobility of your shoulders also. It can also help you to increase your endurance stamina. If you increase the time of holding this posture, if you hold it for longer, like for 3 minutes to 7 minutes, then it can also help you to increase your stamina. Weight shifting, yes, it can also increase the sense of weight shifting of your body. Body beautification, yes, it can also help you to make your body beautiful. So these are the immense benefits you can receive from Utkatasana, chair pose. Practice it on regular basis. Let's move to the another asana. The next asana is called Dandasana. Here the word dand means stick, rod, or scale. And asana means pose. So you can call Dandasana a scale pose in English. So it is called scale pose in English. Dandasana is performed on sitting pose. So let's see how to perform it. So for performing Dandasana, what you have to do, you have to stretch your legs straight, okay, and you have to support your torso with your hands sidewise. I have already told in my previous videos, and today I repeated once again, that whenever you sit on this position, when your legs are straight and your spine is vertical to the floor, make it a habit to just check the blood circulation in the lower part of your body, especially around your hip area, calf muscles, and hamstring. So for that, what you have to do, you have to stretch your toes out in plantar flexion, in dorsiflexion, then outward, inward, rotate your toes clockwise, anti-clockwise. Squeeze your toes, spread that out. So what you are doing, you are just checking if everything is okay in the lower part of your body. You are sending message by making these moves to your brain that now it's time to work on this body part. So just make sure that the blood is properly circulated. Okay, so whenever you're sitting with your legs straight, make it a habit to check your toes, squeeze them, spread them, and rotate them so that you can be sure that blood circulation in the lower part of your body is proper. Now, when you are planning to perform a scale pose, either you can join your feet together or you can create the gap between your feet. Okay, so when you're performing scale pose, the gap between your feet should be equivalent to the width of your shoulder, but not wider than that. Otherwise, in this case, you will be moving towards the Upavishta Konasana, that is called a split. So we are not doing a split, we are performing scale pose. So for performing scale pose, you have to keep the maximum gap between your feet that should be equivalent to the width of your shoulder or less than that. And you can also join your feet if you are comfortable. Okay, now sidewise. So keep some comfortable gap between your feet. This is the one thing you have to keep in consideration. Your both big toes should face towards the ceiling, towards the sky. You should not stretch your toes too much towards your body. That is called dorsiflexion. Neither too off from your body outside. in plantar flexion, but your toes should be relaxed but pointed towards the ceiling. It means that outer blade and inner blade of your feet should be vertical to the floor. Okay, this is the another thing you have to keep in consideration. You have to make right angle between your foot and your shin bone. Now, your hip area. When you are planning to perform scale pose, your body weight should be equally divided on your both hip muscles. It should not neither be on your right hip or left hip, but it should be equally divided on both feet. For that, you can shake your lower back and check if your body weight is properly divided. Except that your shoulders should not be tilted like this. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Roll your shoulders. If you already have tilted shoulders, then no, not a problem. Try to adjust them and then stay like this. Okay, this is another adjustment you have to make. Make sure that your spine should be properly stretched like this. It should be in a straight line. Then make sure that your head should not be dropped forward or stretched backward. It should be in straight line with your spine and you should look at an eye level like this. You can just give a slight push to your chin so that you can keep your head in alignment with your spine. And then the last, your hands. Your hands should be in a perfect straight line with your torso in your head. So this is the way you have to perform scale pose. This is called scale pose. You can look up your hands. Once your hands are in perfect alignment with your torso, then look straight. Stay here and slowly come down. This is called Dandasan scale pose. Now, if you feel that you cannot stretch your shoulders that much, you have some stiffness around your shoulders, then for that, what you can do, you can come one step down, you can place your hands on your thighs. So if you have frozen shoulder, if you have stiff shoulders, then for you, this is scale pose. Now, next, if you feel that your back is very weak and you just had some surgery or you had some accident that injure your lower back or you had any lower back injury, then in that case, if you feel doubtful and you feel that your back is paining and your back is not strong, so you come one step down, place your both palms on the floor in a straight line with your pelvic floor. Stretch your spine straight, keep your hands by the side and shift your whole body weight as much as possible towards your palms so that your lower back does not go through that pressure. So share that pressure with your hands by shifting your body weight towards your palms. And for you, this is called scale pose. So for you, this is Dandasan. Okay, and once you feel that yes, you can hold this stage of Dandasan, then try to step up and release support from one hand, place it on the thigh, and half body is in a first stage and half body is in a second stage. So this is called first stage of Dandasana. This is called second stage. So my right hand is on a first stage, my left hand is on second stage. Then slowly place it back and try the same thing with other hand. Then go back to the basic position. And then when you get confidence by regular practicing, then slowly place both hands on the thighs. The moment you feel pain, go back. Then again build up the pressure. This is called physio yoga. When you build up the pressure, release it, build up the pressure, release it, and the intensity of pressure is very low. So build the pressure, release it, build the pressure, release it, and a time will come when you will be able to step up to the second stage. Once you are done with the second stage, your lower back has become strong enough, then try to achieve the third stage to flex your shoulders. So stretch your shoulders, drop it. Stretch your shoulders, drop it. One by one, and then both together. and then come back. Stretch and come back. And then hold. Try to sustain that pressure, and the moment you feel the pressure is unsufferable, then slowly release it. Then build up the pressure and release it. And a time will come when you will be able to hold the final position of scale pose, Dandasana. This is called Dandasana. And then release it. So this is the way you have to plan any asana. If you feel that some asanas are off center for you, off center means tough for you to deal with, in that case, divide those asanas in some easy steps, achieve those steps, and then slowly compile all those steps together and perform the final stage. This is the way you can plan it, the way I showed you. Now, one very, very important thing. When you are performing scale pose, the most important thing you have to keep in consideration is your spine's form. Your spine should not be rounded. Your scale pose should not be like this. You have to keep your spine straight. You have to open your chest and you have to stretch your lower back and your upper back, and you have to open your chest. If you cannot do this, don't perform scale pose because it will be of no use. Because the whole body weight comes on the lower back, and if you will bend your lower back like this, the pressure will go on your lower back in a wrong way. It may cause back pain that will become chronic if you will not deal with it, and the rounded back, the wrong form of the back may cause a problem, and instead of getting benefit from Dandasana, it will create problem to your body. So make sure that you have to keep your spinal cord straight. If you feel that your back is very stiff, if you feel that you cannot flex your back, again apply physio yoga on that. Flex your spine like this. Flex your spine, bend it, erect it, bend it, erect it. If it is not possible with the straight legs, sit in Sukhasana and then do it. Then do it. And the day you feel that yes, your spine is erect and straight enough, then go to the Dandasana. And there is the reason why you have to do that, because unless you keep your spine straight and you open your chest, you won't be able to get best benefits on Dandasana, because if your spine is rounded, your ribcage will be shrinked and your lungs and your heart will not be able to function properly. Let me just describe you in a detail. Have you seen some old age people, especially who cross 75, who approach 80 and cross 80 years of their age? Have you seen that their back bulges in a round shape like this? Most of them go with this posture. And have you seen that most of the time their mouth is open like this? Why it happens? They have rounded back and their mouth is open like this. Have you seen so many old people? Now, let me tell you the reason. You know, when you bend your spine in backward direction and make an arch, your rib cage shrinks in. See, the area of my rib cage gets decreased. Rib cage shrinks. See, it is shrinked. And when you open your chest, it expands. Shrink. So what happens after certain age, once you cross 75, approach 80, the density of your bones becomes weaker, your bones start becoming fragile, the compression, the connectivity between your joints become weaker. So because of that, the vertebrae lose their connection and the gripping between the vertebrae becomes weaker, and because of that your spine becomes unwantedly flexible, or you can say weak, and because of becoming weak, your vertebrae lose their grip, and when they lose their grip, your spine starts arching, and it arches like this, and it becomes your posture. So many old people after certain age, because of osteoporosis, fragile bone, weak joints, their spines rounded back, and once it becomes permanent, then their ribcage shrinks in, cause inside your ribcage you have your heart and lungs to function. If the ribcage area will be compromised, then in that case your heart will not get extra space, your lungs will not get extra space to expand. So in that case, oxygenation and blood circulation will get hampered, and your nasal will not get enough support from your lungs to inhale the oxygen, and this way your nasal tract will become weaker, and for that your body will search new device, and you will start taking support of your mouth to inhale the air, and this way you will start breathing in from your mouth like this. So that's why many aged people, they you will see their mouth open because they breathe from their mouth, because of that arched and rounded back, and their ribcage shrinks, and because of that heart and lungs function gets compromised, and because of that they take support of their mouth to inhale the oxygen. If your back is rounded, it will shrink your rib cage. If your rib cage will be shrinked, then heart and lungs will not get extra space.